about that time again. It's like a distant lover that comes for the summertime, and as soon as the summer's almost over, the girl just leaves. That's how I feel about the Patriots right now. The season's over for us, and they're gone.
Well, I get made fun of if I start saying Greece right now.
You should have said
You
Greece.
totally just set up Summer Lovin'. But whatever. Anyway.
But I know people who won't be leaving the Sports Dynasty podcast.
We won't be.
We're not going anywhere. We're on Spotify. Anyway, if you think of we're here. You know, so don't make sure that we think that we're going to abandon you because the Patriots are done.
We're not done. We're here all year round.
Goddamn right.
366 for this year.
Yeah, 2020.
Yeah, man, we're all over the place. He said Spotify, on iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher Radio,
Yeah, you're right.
iHeartradio, Google Play Radio, Twitter. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Our podcast Dynasty. Come on, guys. You already know this by now.
Well,
we weren't this hype on Saturday, but we're hyped now.
Yeah, we were. It's actually very sad, actually, how this ended. And I was like, damn.
Yeah, so let's go through a couple things because you're hearing a lot of bullshit in the media the last 2 days.
Yeah.
And these 2 days are not going to be anything compared to what we're going to go through in the next few months. This offseason is going to be really fucking dreadful. It's going to be bad. It could turn out well, but it's going to be bad. Like, this team hasn't been through and won't be through an offseason like this in the last 20 years. So this is going to be either we're going to keep it going or this team is going to just explode. It's one or the other. But let's go through the cause of all of this turmoil and all this bullcrap that we're going through as Patriot fans. Yes. So this game, 2013, mind you, 13 of these points were scored in the first half. This team literally did nothing on offense the entire second half. The first drive, because we're not going to talk about the first half. Who cares? Let that shit go. The second half, because I watched film on this motherfucker, so I already know what happened.
Go ahead.
The first drive was the only, I guess you can go, quote-unquote, decent drive we had, because that was the drive when we had a 38-yard bomb to Ben Watson and stupid fat ass Shaq Mason wanted to go downfield and block when he know that his old Skeletor ass quarterback was not going to run 10 yards for first down. But he went down there anyway like a dipshit. And that erased a 38-yard game, which would have at the very least given us 3 more points. And 3 more points would have bullshitted this game for us. Because they only scored 14. The Titans were held scoreless also in the second half. The offense, at least. They only put up 14. So all that 200 of scrimmage yards from Derrick Henry was supposed to be empty because Bill Belichick's game plan worked. People swear we lost to Derrick Henry. No. We did not lose because of Derrick Henry. He almost had zero to do with this except the one drive where he got every single yard and scored. Second drive. That was the only thing he did. That was actual significance. The other, fucking 130 yards a game was literally nothing because they didn't pop any points. The game plan was similar to the game plan that Bill Belichick had in both 2013 when we played the Denver Broncos in the regular season, when No Sean Moreno ran for 200-something, but they wound up taking that fat L because they locked up Peyton Manning, which was the only team to do so that year entirely outside of Seattle, of course. And if I'm not mistaken, Bill Belichick, defensive coordinator, so we're going back in time. We're taking a trip back to the 90s when they played that high-potent, no-huddle god offense, the Buffalo Bills. They let Thurman Thomas, if I'm not mistaken, go do whatever the fuck he wanted, but when Jim Kelly touched that football, they got obliterated. That game plan, outside of a missed kick, won them a Super Bowl, did not? So that game plan worked twice. It was supposed to work this time, except the offense had other ideas and wanted to take an early vacation.
Yeah, it was bad.
That's what it was. So again, I watched film on this entire second half. I didn't care about the first half at all because they actually looked like a football team that time. So I don't care about that. After that drive when Shaq Mason cost us points, they literally didn't get past midfield the rest of the game. No one could get open. No one. And then, of course, on our last full drive before the drive before the pick six, Julian Edelman choked. for the first time in his
That was
career.
so bad.
That was so demoralizing.
I'm like, bro, you serious? Literally, right in the bread box.
Yes.
Oh my god, it was
I
so
will
bad.
give him 1% defense, and Tom did throw behind him there, but I don't give a shit. It hit your hand. If it hit your hand, if I'm giving Tom leeway for that, then like what happened in Super Bowl 46 when he did overthrow Wes Walker a little bit when Wes Walker got the jump to Carajo line to catch the ball. If it hits you in your hand, you catch the ball.
True.
If you are a professional wide receiver in the NFL, it doesn't matter what you have to do. If it hits your hand, you catch the ball. If he caught that shit in Super Bowl 51, you hold on to the ball.
For real.
If you take a hit from Cam Chancellor, who hits harder than most linebackers in the NFL, and you don't fumble the ball, you hold on to that ball, bro.
Yeah.
But the catches that I just mentioned, that's why you get a pass. You've done so much for us the last 5 years that, dude, it is what it is. And we didn't deserve to win this game anyway. If you're going to go back to that play as to why we lost, then we don't deserve to win this game.
Sure.
It's that simple.
Makes sense. First of all, Philip Dorsett was...
It wasn't even just him. The entire receiving corps was fucking trash.
It was garbage. Like...
All of you.
Sanu for what? Waste for 2 second-round pick for what?
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah.
For what? I just didn't get it. And listen, Tom Brady didn't play well. He played
good enough to
win this game.
He did.
But it was like, you can only do but so much if the receivers can't catch the ball, or this is actually really bad. Like this.
Yeah, because he did throw some lasers. He actually really did, and they just ended up on the grass.
And then,
So yeah.
But anyway, that's I don't know. There's not really much to say about this game.
It's mostly like this is the one game that everybody knows. I just had to clarify the defensive side of the ball and defend them. Cause I know people are trying to bash them. You can hear all of media. Derrick Henry did this. Derrick Henry did that. They put up 14 points with him running for 200 yards. Really? Did it really matter that much? No, it didn't. It really didn't. The defense did what they were supposed to do, and they played good. I give them at least a B+ in this game, despite allowing one guy to run for 200 yards. They only put up 14, and I'm pretty sure, I have to look again, the time of possession was very similar. Yeah, the running thing, that was a very empty performance Derrick Henry really had, outside of the one drive, and that to end this first half. He really didn't do anything, so I had to defend him.
I mean, besides forcing a turnover on Tannehill, I had a feeling the game was over when they were at the 5-yard line and they couldn't punch it in for a touchdown.
Yeah.
I knew that was over there.
Which was a really controversial thing that between Patriots fans too. They're really upset that we didn't try to throw or try to do anything different than running the same exact play 3 times. The more you say it, the more stupid it sounds.
Yeah, this sounds stupid.
But I actually understand him. I actually didn't hate it when he did it during the game because all season long we've been so anemic
in the red zone.
In the red zone, why give them a shot when you know honestly they're not gonna punch it in either way? So I didn't hate him doing it. He didn't give Belichick a reason to trust you at all. So why would he do it then?
True.
So I understood where you came from.
But this is crazy other shit like going on right there and there. But it's just funny because it's like I had a feeling going into this game that the fan in me is saying, "Yo, we're gonna kick their asses." Mm-hmm. But when we drew the Tennessee Titans last Sunday against the Miami lost,
scared shitless.
I was like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me!"
I was scared shitless.
And people would be like, "Oh, the Titans whooped our asses last year by 24 points
with a bum at quarterback."
This is damn near the same team. Except the quarterback. And even Marcus Mariota got a couple of plays in this game. I'm just trying to you know what, man? We're gonna throw you a bone. You're not gonna come back in next year anyway. So, yeah.
Yeah, have fun being a backup. Maybe.
But yeah, but other than that, it was just, it's what it is. I knew from jump, probably week 14 after the Chiefs game,
December.
I said, yeah, this is not a Super Bowl team. This is not. And I can't say it out loud too much because on Facebook, a lot of these Patriot fans would have been like, "Oh, you don't have no face. Look, 12-4, 11-5, win the Super Bowl." Listen, that's different. Offensively, we have nothing. Offensively, not the receivers. You can't even throw a piece of chicken to them without them dropping it. It's bad. That probably wasn't politically correct. I'm pretty sure it was politically correct.
It's all. It is what it is.
It is what it is at this point. Sorry if you got offended.
If they get an offenders up, they're their damn fault. Because we could have been talking about Edelman.
True.
So then shut up. Get over it anyway.
But there's a lot of question marks coming into the offseason. I know this is by a topic coming already, but I have the list of the free agents coming in to this year.
I have it too, but we'll get to that in a second.
Yes.
Before we go to that part, that'll be the last thing we talk about. What we were going to talk about now is why this happened in the first place. Why this offense was anemic. Why this defense was wasted. Why did this happen in the first place? And the answer is actually quite simple. And there's been a criticism that our team had for the last at least 7 years.
Okay.
But since Tom was always, God form, that it didn't really matter. He always carried. But now that he's, 42, and what we said since at least October, that he cannot carry a bunch of scrubs anymore, that's what happened. He's had scrubs around him, and he couldn't do anything. So the answer to the question is why this happened is the GM, and I wonder who that is.
Bill Belichick.
Yep. That is the answer, and it's quite clear. Hence why he went into desperation mode and brought in like Demaryius Thomas and brought in Antonio Brown and wasted a second-round pick on a third-string receiver from Atlanta that they were ready to kick to the curb themselves. Yeah. He knew that he failed at getting any inept weapons. He knew he failed at helping out Tom, period, when it came to catching pass catchers. And the minute that Nikhil went down, that really went to shit. And that was in the preseason. So he is the reason why this happened. And he is the reason why the quarterback situation has become a quarterback situation. We don't know who our quarterback will be week 1 of the NFL season 2020. He is the reason why. GM Belichick. It finally came back to haunt him after all these years of spending like $5 million fucking special teamers instead of trying to get real pass catching talent. It still kills me to this day that he really didn't address the tight end position at all in this draft. It still kills me. Still, when there was like 7 of them that can do good things.
Even to at least make a trade for a tight end, even though I wasn't really sold on O.J. Howard
I didn't want him. I wanted Cameron Brate.
That or him or Kyle Rudolph. They had a chance to get Kyle Rudolph there anyway.
But Minnesota said, fuck that. And as you saw on Sunday, they needed him.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Or I would have been mind Jack Doyle, but it's the Colts. He probably won't want to trade with us. I wouldn't mind him trying to get Tyler Eifert, but man was retarded and probably wanted to ask for the moon. So, yeah, he's free agent, by the way.
Yeah, he is.
But that's gonna be an expensive thing that you already know. You already know he's gonna sign some third string motherfucker from like Detroit that can't catch anything.
That nobody wants, and then see this kind of.
That's probably what he's gonna do. Yeah, knowing him. Now we can get his free agency.
Alrighty, buddy.
Which I do have the list too. I was looking that up this morning.
I have those right now. There are 16 people.
Yeah, it's a lot.
16 people who will become free agent this year. Tom Brady, obviously. Devin McCourty, Kyle Van Noy, Matthew Slater, the GOAT, Philip Dorsett, Nate Ebner, Jamie Collins, Danny Shelton, Nick Folk, who surprisingly impressed me this year. He wasn't terrible.
Yeah, but at least there's getting no way he's coming back though.
The Turnstile, Marshall Newhouse, Joe Tunney, Ben Watson, Shalik Calhoun, James Ferentz, Ted Karras III, and Elandon Roberts.
Madam Butler and Keontae Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam Butler is a big one. That's why. Aaron Davis is not a big deal. So that is a list of guys, at least like we could count 5 or 6 of them that are essential to this football team.
Yes.
Devin McCourty, Kyle Van Noy, Matthew Slater, Nate Ebner are essential to this football team. Yes, even Nate Ebner. Because without him and Matthew Slater, we have no special teams coverage.
I agree.
Those are the guys. And they said Justin Bethel too. Yeah, he's another one that's really good at that special teams coverage. Yeah. We also lost Ben Watson, which is not a big loss, but it is in the sense that we literally have no tight end now. Because McCall sucks. And the other guy sucks. Izzo sucks. So, we have 0 tight ends to me in the depth chart. 0. Yeah. Those bodies literally are there for no reason.
Nick Folk did his thing. Even though I thought it was terrible, he did his thing.
Yeah, but
now we started. We has to go. Now we got to figure out who's going to be our kicker next year. Because please don't bring him back.
That's
please don't
he's still under contract.
He's under contract.
So he's coming back. That's not an argument.
I don't care what nobody says.
He isn't shit.
He ain't shit. He's been trashed for a long time.
Very unclutch, but that's our kicker.
Oh my god.
Oh well.
National House, the turnstile, he can go.
Please for the love of God.
Just don't come back. Like, you fucking suck. Just leave.
Ted Karras needs to be re-signed. We need depth. And Landon Roberts, who come back for like $1, so that's not a big deal.
$1.
Yeah. I think it's the same thing with Adam Butler. He played really good this year for us, but I think he'll come back for like $1. Shouldn't be that bad.
$1.
The Shelton one is interesting. I would like to see if he has a market. I'm not sure though. He didn't have one last year, but he played his ass off this year.
I think he will.
So it's possible he may get a market, which is bad for us because after that, our only defensive tackle is Lawrence Guy, who's a free agent next year, and if we resign Adam Butler, those are our only defensive tackles. We only have so many draft picks, so we got to do something about that.
Cal Van Noy is an interesting thing. He said he wants to play in New England, but he's played well enough. He played well enough where he was going to bank. And I'm not going to lie to you, he would not have gotten this type of money if he was still in Detroit. He would not have.
And I think he won't get any real production if he's not in New England. He is. I'm convinced he is a Patriot. Remember our list?
Yeah, true.
He's in that list for a reason. I think he will not succeed out of New England Patriots. So if I'm him, I'd wise up and I'll take a little less and stay with his team, who puts him in the best way to succeed with his skill set. So he is somebody that should. And Jamie Collins is another one who I think should stay. And I think will. I think he'll stay.
He will stay. I think
with not that much money either.
I think he'd be all right. I think isn't Cleveland still paying him?
Probably, yeah.
I think Cleveland's still paying him.
Like a $6 million, $7 million a year. I think that's good. I think he'll take that.
He'll take it, yeah.
And he'll stay with us because, again, he's another one that's a system player. And he'll do well here. The big ones, the two biggest ones three. That has to be re-signed because I'm sure Nate Ebner's re-signing. I don't think that's a problem. McCourty, even though we do need to be drafted some safeties, that has to happen.
Yes.
McCourty needs to come back because that is our quarterback of the defense with him in Hightower. And the backfield, he needs to stay. Matthew Slater, for the love of Christ, needs to stay. Please, for the love of God, he needs to come back. And the most important one, Joe Thuney, needs to stay in this team desperately. As you've seen this year, our guard play is nothing without him.
True.
Because a certain fat ass that plays right guard apparently went on a complete downhill trajectory and has been god-awful all year. How your name is Shaq Olajuwon and you suck. Those are the two greatest basketball players of all time. And you suck. Even though he was the best guard in football a year prior. But how you go from that good to this bad, I don't know. But we need him to stay, Joe Thuney, very badly. Yes. I don't know, give a fuck what you got to do to sign him. You need to re-sign him.
And hopefully James Andrews come back healthy.
Please, for love of him too, yes.
Because we missed him. And also Devlin. Oh, I can't wait until he come back next year. Because he was, and I think I was talking to you and Tulio about this before when Devlin went down. I'm like, oh, we're in trouble. I said, this is bad. This is really, really bad. Sony Michel did not have a good year this year. Got picked in the beginning of the year.
That's why.
In the beginning of the year, he's going to have a breakout year. He was terrible this year because James Devlin.
And then when they inserted Landon Roberts to play fullback, he actually started to play well. He got hurt in the game, and I wonder what happened in our run game after that.
Yeah, it was just terrible after that.
Because they wanted to run in with him in the end zone, which is stupid. And then, he got hurt, and boom. This goes the lead blocker. Which says something about Sony, by the way, that he actually needs a lead blocker that bad to actually run correctly. Yeah, that's a fucking problem.
Yeah.
So we'll see about that.
I guess we have one more person we have not addressed yet. One person left as a free agent.
We did it on purpose. That's the last topic of the show.
Yeah. The golden boy, Tom Brady.
God. I'm going to say it. I don't give a shit. That's God.
The greatest quarterback of our generation. Well,
stop. Of all time.
Of all time, yes.
It's not arguable. Arguably the best football player of all time. Yeah, he's a free agent. First time ever.
After 20 years as a New England Patriots quarterback, he's finally a free agent now.
And according to reports, whether it's true or not, I think it is true.
I think it's true too, though.
He wants his money. He is not taking any more pay cuts, he said. So that is a massive problem. That's the only thing
First-
that scares me from him actually leaving, because I don't think he's leaving. But after I heard that actually put a real dagger in my heart.
Let me
you already know how cheap Belichick is.
Let me explain something to, like I said, Patriot fans. And there's some people that get it. You get it, and many people get it. I'm talking about the ones that just don't get it, who think that Brady's literally gonna play till he's 50. The one that said that Brady had a great year despite having no help. But we'll let that slide. Tom Brady has played 20 years with the New England Patriots, right? 6-time Super Bowl champion, 3-time MVP, including being the only unanimous MVP in history. Just the greatest of all time. He has taken so many pay cuts throughout the years to get players in the team to obviously help win those 6 Super Bowl championships. If Tom Brady wanted his money back then, they would have given it to him because he deserved it. Now let me explain something to you now. Even at 42 years old, Tom Brady probably thinking to himself, yo, I still got it. Okay? That's his prerogative. That's great. But for those who saying that the Patriots should spend 2 years, $40 million, or give him whatever he wants, that's dumb. Let me explain something to you. Tom Brady does not owe the New England Patriots anything. Everything I mentioned before, he did it, blood, sweat, and tears, and we thank him for his service. And if he wants his money, let him get his money. But I know it's not going to be New England Patriots. If you ask me, this is true. What he's saying is true. He's good as gone. Because they're not going to pay him $42 a quarterback $20 million for the next 2 years. It's not fiscally responsible, to be honest with you. So if this is the last time we've seen Tom Brady in Foxborough, Massachusetts, in the Patriots uniform, I thank you for being part of my childhood, not my childhood, Juan's childhood, and everybody else's childhood, and being able to see a dynasty and see a portion of sports that we're probably never going to see again. But if he wants his money and the Patriots not give it to him, let him go. I'm not gonna hate him. I'm not gonna disrespect him like the Boston Herald did, which is oh my god, the Boston Herald. Talk about disrespectful. Talk about the Brit. You know what it is? Didn't we have an incident? I think it was the Chiefs game, where we were arguing with somebody online, talking about it was someone from Boston, right? Who said that New Yorkers suck, saying that we suck as New Yorkers because we're Patriot fans who live in New York. They said that we suck. A lot of y'all Bostonians, man, y'all take the cake, man. I love the team.
I learned a lot this year.
I learned a lot this year. Not only y'all, it's a majority of y'all, the masshole, who are really assholes, but the masshole. A lot of y'all are real dickheads. Cause I'm like, yo, y'all can't take any type of criticism whatsoever. A lot of y'all are delusional as fuck. It's like, yo, like seriously. And I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not going to categorize all people from the New England area that does this, but a lot of y'all do this, and that's just for real. It is bad. The Boston Herald just completely disrespected Tom Brady to the point where like, yo, he didn't make your city, your jobs easier for the last 20 years. He only won 6 Super Bowl rings. Yeah, granted, the Red Sox won 4, and the Celtics won 1, and the Bruins won 1. So yeah, y'all been busy, but show some fucking respect. It's ridiculous. But now the question we had for everybody here was, if Tom Brady does not end up in New England next year, where does he go? And there were a couple of landing spots that the NFL CBS had came up with.
Yeah, so they have the Chargers, they have the Colts. I've heard the Buccaneers was hilarious. I heard the Bears, which is hilarious too. Miami. I heard a new one today. Pittsburgh. I don't understand how that's going to work. Pittsburgh. Is there another one? Did you hear another one? There's a 6 right there.
I think I know I heard of one. The
Colts. I feel like I heard another one too. I don't remember it off the top of my head. Maybe it'll pop up during the explanation.
Yeah.
So, what we're going to do real quick for the next 2 or 3 minutes before we let you guys go is we're going to evaluate each of those 6 teams and going to tell them, is that really better than what he has now in New England? So let's start with the Chargers, which is the one that everybody swears he's going to go because that's where he's from, California. So Look at their defense. Let's compare it to New England's defense. It's not comparable. New England's number one defense, so let's get that out of the way. But they do have a couple nice playmakers. They have a better pass rush, and they do have better safety and Derwin James back there. So they're good enough. So that's a check mark. We'll cover check mark. The offense, okay. Their line is actually much worse than New England's. So that's next. Hunter Henry is a free agent. That's next. They do have better wide receivers, no question, in Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. Better. So that's a check, I guess. And their backfield is, depending what they do with Melvin Gordon, their backfield is very comparable because they do have Austin Eckler, who broke out this year. So he is better overall than the rest of the backs in New England. So that's another check. So they don't have the defense that'll hold people to 17 or less, guaranteed. That's an X. They don't have a tight end, which is a big one. That's an X. So does New England. They have wide receivers, yes, but the offensive line is so much worse. That's an X. And the biggest thing is the organization itself.
It's shit.
It is one of the worst franchises in the NFL. Spanos sucks. There's a lot of jokes I have in my sports channels about Spanos. They shit. Their coach is not better than Belichick. So then why leave a proper organization versus a shitty one who basically needs you off the strength? They need to sell fucking tickets. That's basically what they're going to get you for. And you're not going to win when you have to deal with Kansas City twice over there. And an upcoming Oakland if they continue their trajectory. And Drew Lock and company in Denver. Mind you, Tom Brady sucks in Denver. So you got to go to Denver. So that could be an L right there. So that's where he's going to go with the Chargers. Think about, really? No. New England's a better landing spot. So to me, that right there's a next. Go to Colts. That's the second one that I've heard. First of all, there's kind of bad blood there because he's been fucking them up for the last 20 years. So I don't know if he wants to go there. I don't know if Jim Irsay is going to go for that shit. For that. Their line is a little better because they have arguably the best lineman in the NFL in fucking Quinn Nelson. It's dumb nice. Their pass catchers are not, to me, better than New England. It's pretty much the same. They have T.Y. Hilton, who's apparently injury prone now, like Edelman. And then after that, who they have? No one. So then, who they have to catch the ball? No one. Tight end, they have Jack Doyle, who's decent, who's pretty good. Eric Ebron's a free agent.
He's gone.
So I'm gonna give that a check just because they have Jack Doyle alone. But that's not very good.
And they play in the dome.
They play in the dome.
So it's not terrible.
But
you got to play Tennessee twice, Jacksonville twice.
Well, apparently you can't beat anymore.
And Texans twice, which you mentioned. Apparently you lost to the Titans 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
So
and plus with Jacksonville, if you play early at Jacksonville, you got to go to Florida and the Heat, which you don't like, Miami. So you're not escaping the Miami Heat very much. You have to go to Florida anyway. And the last time you were there on the September Heat, you got your ass whooped last year.
I mean, he does know the GM. The GM, they've played that in a long time. He's played. He's your teammate in New England, but besides that, that's basically it. I don't see how.
And the defense is not even close to New England's.
No,
that's the next. So not a good landing spot.
And then the owner sucks.
The owner does suck. The coach is good though. Frank Reich is good.
He's good, but the owner sucks.
Yeah. So
I don't see him going there either.
Nope. What was the other ones? I forgot already.
Chicago to me makes somewhat sense. It makes a little bit of sense because they have a great defense. The defense is really good.
It's compared to New England.
Compared to New England's. They have a couple of pass catches. So you want to call that?
Allen Robinson is better than anything New England has.
Yeah,
combined.
Allen Robinson is better than everything New England has.
Taylor Gabriel is not bad. Trey Burton's not bad. The pass catcher is better. They have Tariq Cohen, who can do James White things and is probably better overall than James White. And Dave Montgomery is a better back than Sony Michel at this point. So that's there. And their offensive line isn't very good. But if Matt Nagy can come up with a quick passing game, which I'm sure he can.
It's not that hard.
That would match the offensive line, which is weak also. So that's there. So that is probably the closest team you can think of that will match New England Patriots. So I guess that's the best landing spot for now, except for one thing. They're not getting rid of Mitchell Trubisky, so that is a no. They are not. Even for Thomas Edward Patrick Brady, the second, they are not taking Mitchell Trubisky out of the first string.
No.
They would have done it already. So, that is next.
You mentioned Tampa Bay, I guess. You mentioned Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Tampa Bay. All right, so their defense is nowhere near as good as New England's, even though they're going on the upward trajectory. So that's an X. Their line is much worse than New England's. That's an X. Their pass catchers are much better than New England. That's a check. Their run game is probably comparable. Ronald Jones has really come up on his own this year. So that's better than Sony Michel right now. Sony Michel really has had a bad fucking year. And the other running back, his name is not coming to me for some reason. Second string, he's a decent pass catcher, but he's not better than Jace White. So I'll give that a stalemate for the running backs. Coaching, this is where it gets the X for me, is that Bruce Arians is a downfield kind of guy. And even though Tom's arm isn't noodle, it is not the type of arm that Bruce Arians would want in the type of team that way. So I don't think they'll fit very well together, so that's next.
And I think that was it.
Pittsburgh was hilarious to me because Ben Roethlisberger is still a thing. But let's play with this, and let's say Ben Roethlisberger say, you know what, fuck it, my elbow is completely shattered, I'm just going to retire. So let's say that happens, right? And Pittsburgh goes after him. So let's compare. The defense is not as good as New England's, but it's pretty good. It's like almost as good as Buffalo, so we'll give them like tier 2 right below Buffalo's, which is tier 1. So that's, I guess, next. But it's good. It's better than San Diego's Chargers, Los Angeles Chargers. The line is much better than New England's, so that's a check. The tight end situation, I don't even know who the hell the tight end is. Who the hell is the tight end? I don't know. In Pittsburgh, I don't even know.
Some guy named McDonald.
Oh, Vance McDonald. I think he's a free agent. So I don't know about that. That's next. Their pass catchers. Juju is unclutch as fuck. We've learned that for the last 2 years.
He did.
So he is not number one receiver. So their situation is actually similar to New England when it comes to pass catching, but they do have some young prospects that might be able to hit up, like James Washington.
But they do produce really good wide receivers, so they're not going to worry about them.
Yeah, it's not. So I'm going to give them a check.
They'll give them a check for that, yeah.
Yeah. And running back, James Conner, I don't think is it. But they need to get some running backs. It's not hard to find a decent enough back. You know what I mean? Like, for this day and age.
But the problem with Pittsburgh is, even though Ben Roethlisberger might come back, they have to stay with. If Roethlisberger got to stay with him, because it's like, if he retires, right, you stuck with Duck Hodges and Mason Rudolph because you don't have a first round pick for the next 3 years. Yeah. So that's fucking dumb. But yeah, because Fitzpatrick though, so I guess
it's good. I'm saying, so they plug in Brady. That's probably the best case scenario for him is steal.
But country. Me personally, after all the things you just said, even though I said Chicago makes the most sense, he's staying in New England.
Yeah, if he's smart about it, because there is a possibility that he may be petty and just leave just because fuck Belichick. It's very possible. I don't think he'll do that. I think he's much smarter than that. So if he's using his brain, which I know he has, looking at every team that's a possible landing spot that we've seen, us we were forgetting one, which I don't think we are, but I'm not sure.
They said Dallas on NFL CBS. They said Dallas.
No.
And I said, why?
No.
Why?
He's not going to Dallas. That's a joke. No, they're going to sign Dak Prescott. Just wait for it. Anyway, with all that said, compared to the Patriots, they're not better. Every situation is not better than New England's. It's really not. The only thing New England has to do is get off their ass and get some pass catchers. That's it. They get that, they're good. Because on free agency, we're going to lose a couple of our linebackers, right? I don't mind getting rid of one of them. It won't hurt the defense all that much. Jawan Bentley, I'm sure, will plug in and do exactly what, let's say, Collins did. For example, I'm sure Jawan Bentley can do that. There's some linebacker depth that the Patriots have. So losing one of those linebackers is not bad. It's fine. As long as we can retain one of the two between Calvin Van Noy and Jamie Collins, we'll be okay. It's fine. Devin is a problem. I still think we desperately need to re-sign him for the defense. If he's re-signed, we'll be okay. It's that the run will be a little more susceptible because let's say we don't get any of those defensive tackles back. The run is really susceptible now. Now that's a problem. But I'm sure that can be schemed up. So the defense is still the best defense almost by far from all of the situations. The line is not that good, but it's better than everything outside of Pittsburgh. Like every other line is not better than New England, so that's fine. So the only thing they have to make sure they have to do is get an extra, just one tight end and one wideout. I'm sure is enough. I'm sure of it. Because I still believe in Nikhil. I think Nikhil is still good enough to do something. And if they get one more pass catcher that's reliable to get the pressure off Edelman, they're fine. They're fine. So if I'm Tom, it's either New England or it's my couch.
Yeah, I agree.
It's one or the other.
But other than that, I think that's it.
Yeah, that is definitely it for the show. For this Patriots page, probably the second longest one, the longest one we've done. And to be honest, for at least the next 2 months, they might be around this long because we're going to start diving in more free agency stuff. We'll play around with it. The draft is going to be fun. It's going to be my first time actually covering the draft. I did a little bit of it last year, and it was fun. We had a lot of fun covering the draft for the Patriots. It's going to be good. That's the plans for the show for now. Next week, I think we'll do a season review. Since we only play 17 games, I can do them all at once. So we'll do a season review for the Patriots next week. So if you like all this, which I'm sure you did.
Yes, you did.
You like, share, subscribe.
Subscribe to all your friends.
All of our platforms, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube. We're on Twitter at Podcast Dynasty, Stitcher Radio, iHeartradio, Google Play Radio. With that all said,
take care.
Keep your chins up, Pass Nation. We'll be all right. It ain't over yet. Right, guys?
Peace.
We love you guys. Peace out.